afternoon, everyone. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of, well, not an episode, but it is the watch-along between Uganda and Nigeria today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, you absolute legends. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome aboard. Please, before I start, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. All that sweet stuff. That'll be absolutely fantastic, guys. You absolute legends. Thank you so much for joining me on this very, very, educational, interesting watch along, of course, because you know what, Uganda, some people, the players might not be familiar to you. I know Nigeria, Nigeria, obviously a well-known name in regards to football, but there's a lot of things about, Uganda, which you might not know about, and there might be some players on that pitch that we look at and we think, wow, he's not bad, is he? Bloody hell, Man United should go in for him and stuff like that. And that's how we do things, isn't it, guys? We're a worldwide football channel, and that's how it should be, of course, guys. Guys, I'm going to get through the Ugandan lineup. Of course, we got Onyango in goal, guys. Onyango. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to go through some of these players. You go. Onyango is a professional footballer. He plays for South African football club, Sundowns. People may know Sundowns, of course, in South Africa. We got the Semikula, the right back, guys. He's playing. Semikula plays in Saudi club Al Adala, guys. So you'll find that a lot of these players do play in the likes of Saudi Arabia, of course, guys. We got number 5, which is Civic. Civic is a player who currently plays for League One side Burton Albion, guys. So, you know what? This is what we're talking about, the beauty and the romance of football. This guy plays it for Burton Albion. The number 5, Toby Civic. He's playing for Uganda today, of course. We got Obita, the centre-back, of course, guys. He plays for Scottish football club, Hibernian. Big up Hibernian. Big up the Hiberns. Big up the Hibs. He plays for Hibernian, guys. We got Kayondo. Kayondo. He is the left-back for Uganda today, and he plays for Slovenian club, Liberec. Liberec, he plays for them, guys, as everyone knows, of course, guys, absolutely. Now we move into the midfield. We got Bayahunga, guys. Definitely, guys, absolutely. He plays for USL Championship club, Oakland Roots. Oakland Roots he plays for, so there you go, guys. He plays way over there, guys, absolutely. So let's go move into the midfield, shall we? Got Mutiaba, should I say. Mutiaba is a player who plays professional football for CS Faction. Guys, that is a team in the French 2nd division, guys. They're in Bordeaux, by the way, just to let you know, CS Faction. So they're basically the rivals at Bordeaux that Bordeaux never get to meet, basically, at the end of the day. In the midfield, we got Al Hassan, guys. He's Al Hassan. We've got him, and he plays for FCSB, who Man United, if let's not forget, did play FCSB not long ago, guys. Guys, let's not remember that. Let's not forget about that one. Do you remember that, guys? Absolutely, FCSB, of course. And yeah, remember that one. That wasn't a very, very good time, was it, at the end of the day? Up front, we got Amede. He is a professional footballer for Uganda national team. He plays for APR. Which is a club in Rwanda. He plays for APR, which is a club in Rwanda, guys. Excuse me. And guys, absolutely. Now we move on to the second striker, of course, Ekpiazzo. Ekpiazzo, there you go. And we got RJ Mato. There's no club for Ekpiazzo, but there is a Macedonian club for Rogers Mato. Rogers Mato plays a Macedonian 1st division club, Vardar. As we know, of course, guys, absolutely plays for Vardar, guys. Absolutely. That's the Ugandan national team, their starting lineup. Now let's move on to Nigeria. Now, obviously, Nigeria full of superstars. One of my favorite national teams is Nigeria. JJ Okocha, Taribo West, Elisa Davy, Kanu, you name it. Guys, you know what? Goodness me, like, they produce some world-class players as Nigeria. Of course they have. Now, let's go through their team, shall we? We got Uzoho. Now, Uzoho, he plays a goalkeeper for Cypriot 1st Division club, Ammonia, Nicosia, if you know, guys. We got Onyemaechi on the left-back, guys. He plays for as a left-back for Super League Greece club, Olympiakos. Plays for Olympiakos there, guys. Absolutely. So you know what? The Nigerian team, you're going to get some big clubs now, ain't we? Guys, Bassi, he plays as a centre-back. Guys, he was born in Italy. This guy, he plays professional footballer. He plays left-back for Premier League club. Guess who? Fulham. Absolutely. Is Calvin Bassi. We all know about Calvin Bassi. We played against him many, many times. Of course, guys, is Calvin Bassi. Of course, not Shirley Bassi, Carly Bassi, guys. Definitely no Shirley Bassi. And we got Ego, guys. Ego, who plays for Slavia Prague. Guys, there's another, he's a centre-back today, guys. Yes, indeed. And then we got the right-back, who is Alebioso. Alebioso, he plays for Championship Club Blackburn Rovers. This guy, he plays for Championship Club Blackburn Rovers, of course, guys. Absolutely. We move into the midfield. We got Chuck Wasey. We know about Chuck Wasey, don't we? We know about him, isn't it? Wait, don't you? Don't you know about Chuck Wasey? Guys, absolutely we do. He plays for AC Milan. He plays for AC Milan. He's played in the youth teams at AC Milan, and he brought himself all the way up, guys. Chuck Wasey is a player, and his current teams. He's played Fulham as well. I think he's playing Fulham on loan, if I'm not wrong. Guys, he plays for Fulham at the moment, but he started off at AC Milan, the AC Milan youth team, should I say? Sorry. So it's the AC Milan youth product is Samuel Chukwueze, who currently plays for Fulham. Of course, guys, absolutely. If I can get all this before the teams walk out, now we're going to go to Dele Bashiru. Dele Bashiru is the number 10 for Nigeria, who plays for Lazio, guys. Absolute lot of experience in this Nigerian team, of course. A lot of experience in the Nigerian team. Then we go on to Simon. Simon, of course. Simon plays is a forward who plays for Paris FC, which are the second team in Paris. They are actually in the League One of Paris, in the French league at the moment. So they're the second team of Paris, not PSG. Paris FC, of course, guys, absolutely. That's Simon playing up front and of course, we don't need any introduction. We don't. It's Victor Osimhen, of course, who Man United were after for a long time. Long time. We love you, long time, Osimhen. But he never came and played for Man United, unfortunately. He ended up going to Galatasaray, of course, guys, and that's Victor Osimhen. And finally, we got Anauchu, guys. Anauchu. He plays as a striker, an attacker for Trabzonspor. Of course, we know about Trabzonspor because they had Onana playing for them as well. That's the lineups, of course, guys, for the first team lineups, guys. That's the first team lineups. Let me just quickly brief through the substitutes. On the bench for Uganda, we got Alenzi Nathan Legason, we got Rajesh Tarach, we got Khalid Ucho, Stephen Mukwala, Ronald Sisigagidanda, Rianga Mpande, Salim Jamal Magula, Isaac Mulume, Alan Okello, Jude Sememgabi, James Bagore, Shafiq Noah Quikerza, of course, guys, Hilary Makudane, Melvin Lorenzen, Alvin Ahim Biswibi. And guys, for Nigeria, we got Bright, Osaye Samuel, Said Sanusi, Wilfred Ndidi, of course. We all know about Wilfred Ndidi. And Adaloma Lukman, we know about Adamona Lukman, of course, Atalanta and stuff like that. Frank Onyeka, Amas Abasogi, Alex Awobi, of course, ex-Arsenal player, now Fulham player. Chidosi Awazium, Akor Adams, Stanley Nawabe, Chideri Ujuke, Salim, another Salim, Fargo Lawali, Ebeze Akin Sanmiro, guys, and Tachuku Enandi. And that is the teams today, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient with me, you absolute legends. Thank you, guys. I hope you're all doing well. The teams are out, ready to go. We will be keeping an eye out, guys, for Tanzania against Tunisia as well, guys. As the game goes on, we'll be keeping an eye on that game as well. Of course, we will be keeping an eye on all the games, guys. We will be as things go. But my main focus is today Uganda against Nigeria. That's my main primary focus, of course, guys. And I'm going to be doing my little bit of scouting work, and as we build up for the game against Man United against Wolves later on, guys. We're building up to that, of course, guys, which is a must win. There's no excuses, is there, against Wolves, guys? There's no excuses. Nada. It's gone. No more excuses for Man United. We have to win against Wolves, of course, guys. I hope you're all feeling well, guys. Please, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Smash those likes, guys. Let's get them up and let's smash a like for the AFCON, guys. Let's smash a like for the AFCON. Let's keep it going as we broaden our horizons, unlike some other channels, and we digest what is the AFCON, of course, guys. Absolutely. As I catch up, basically, because I mean, so busy. I've been over here in Italy. Been running backwards and forward. I've been doing so many things, trying to find out the latest and the greatest in regards to Manchester United and the news and stuff like that. Of course, guys, I've been trying to find out lots of things and everything like that, guys. But yeah, it's really great to have you here, you great people. Of course, let me just read out some of your comments. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. How you doing, my friend Bobby? What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you again. Big up, Stephen. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. You're back in Nigeria today. Come on, my guy. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm hoping for a 4-4 draw again. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get that. Yesterday, I hoped for a 4-4 draw. I got a 0-0 draw between Egypt and Angola. There we go, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Helge. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Mount is scary. Mount is very scary. Scarily injured. That's it at the end of the day. Yeah, his injury record is definitely scary. Sal, I wonder if you've chosen the right game. Did loads of goals. Oh, I mean, look, yesterday, I mean, I did watch both games, but I am primarily focused on this game. Hopefully I have chosen the right game. I don't know. Tunisia, Tanzania just seems a bit like it had 0-0 written all over it. I don't know why, guys. It just had 0-0 written all over it. I don't know. But listen, hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got the right game. We all know the best game, the biggest game, the latest and the greatest is coming tonight. Is Man United against Wolves. That's what we're called. That is our subconscious preference, isn't it? It's our subconscious preference, isn't it, guys? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, look, it is absolutely jam-packed in that stadium today. Absolutely couldn't buy a seat for love no money. No, not really. If I was there, I would have bought a seat and I would have sat down and watched the game, guys. Absolutely. But big up everyone who's decided to join me today. You are the legends. You are the absolute hardcore Stretford Posters, guys. Thank you so much, guys. And I'm looking forward to this. And, you know, one thing I would say about the beauty of football, especially like you've got Uganda and you've got players who play for Burton Albion, you know, and teams in Rwanda and places like that. Do you know what I mean? They get to play against Victor Osimhen and, you know what I mean? And Premier League proven players, Chuck Wazy and Bassi and, you know, and you've got a Wobie on the bench. You've got a Lookman on the bench as well. You know, you look at that and you think, Rwanda, some of these Rwandan players, they play for Sundowns in South Africa, or, you know, they play for Burton Albion, or they play for a Rwandan team, or FCSB, as we said. And this is a beauty of football. It's like the FA Cup, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day. Held, I had to double check Mount's stats today. In 2.5 years for United, he has only featured 45 Premier League games, and with 5 goals and no 0 assists. One of the worst signings in their history, in my opinion. Yeah, 50 million was bad because let's forget about even the injury records, Held, right? Not even just the injury records. It's the fact that he was out of contract in a few months, and we ended up paying 50 million for him, which was bad. But right now, at the moment, Held, what I would say is that what Man United need is a squad, and we don't have one at the moment. We're very threadbare. And I think that's most important. Now, in the future, what Man United need to be looking at, we need to be looking at injury records. It just baffles me that we didn't look into Mason Mount when we signed him, you know, and we didn't look into his injury record and stuff. But hopefully he's fit. We need bodies. We haven't got anyone at the moment. Guys, we're down to the bare bones when it comes to players, especially attacking players, of course. Guys, funny enough, both teams play a 4-3-3. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, how original. Of course, guys, everyone wants to play a 4-3-3. Goodness me. Play a 4-4-2. Do something different. Be different. Stop being a sheep. Be different. Everyone playing a bloody 4-3-3. Guys, absolutely. The captain is Victor Osimhen, guys. He's the captain of Nigeria today. Is Victor Osimhen one of the best strikers in the world? Of course, guys. Absolutely. Currently playing Galatasaray. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Currently playing at Galatasaray. Yeah, and here we go, guys. So let's get into this game. Let's get into see what is going to happen today. Hopefully it's not 0-0, guys. Please. I'm a busy man. I don't need these 0-0s, guys. Please. Please. In Dutch. Please. That is please in Dutch. Please. No more 0-0s, guys. You know what I mean? That is like punishment for not doing the opening game of the AFCON. That was a punishment. It was insanity, Held, yeah. It's just a representation of our incompetence. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. A representation of that. Right, we're watching both games anyway. It's Tunisia, Tanzania, and Nigeria and Uganda. Of course, big up the Ugandan brothers and sisters out there, guys. Big up, absolute love to Uganda. Of course, guys, absolutely. Got great community in Uganda, football community and stuff like that. Of course, guys, absolutely. Yes. It's already, what's going on here? Is it already a corner for Uganda? No, it's a goal kick for Nigeria. Guys, on the right-hand side, it is a goal kick for Nigeria. We're going for this, guys. Make sure, guys, you join me for the watch-along for Manchester United later on. So important you join me for that, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscriptions up. Let's get everything going up, guys. Absolutely. Not everything, that time and a place. But let's get everything going, guys. Absolutely. And let's get those likes and let's just get those subscriptions. Let's get those notifications. You name it, get it up. Absolutely. Moving all up. We're moving all down, as M people once said. Come on, guys. Nigeria with the attack already. Here's Osman. Here's a clean chance, Osman. Oh, he's a great shot there from Osman. That's prime Osman, but it's an offside. It's offside, guys. That was kind of prime Osman, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, look, I got my coffee. Coffee, nice. Coffee, nice. Nice, lovely cup of coffee, guys. There you go, guys. Can't beat a nice cuppa, can you? AFCON on, football on. How blessed are we to have football, guys? That's what it's all about. We are blessed to have the football on, guys. Absolutely. That is what we are, guys. Absolutely. Welcome to Naples, by the way. Welcome to Napoli, by the way. That's where I am at the moment. Obviously, home of Osman used to be at Napoli. Yeah, right here. He used to play in this very city, guys. I'm breathing the same air as Osman. That's what's going on, guys. He used to play in the same city as what I am in at the moment. Rasmus plays there now. I don't think that's an upgrade, but anyway. Did you see the news about saying that? Who said it? Christian Vieri used to play in Italy, one of the greatest strikers ever. He said, Rasmus Højlund's one of the best strikers in the world. I almost choked on that very cup of coffee when I read that. And you know what? My goodness me. I know they're trying to reassure themselves, but listen, I'm in Italy at the moment, and I'm sorry about the Serie A's poor. I'm sorry, Serie A is just not good. It's not as the Premier League is on the next. It's on the next hemisphere, guys. As we flick to Tanzania and Tunisia, it's still 0-0 there, guys, as well. We're keeping you bang up to date with everything at the moment, guys. Of course we are. That's how we do it, of course, guys. Absolutely. When we look at the league table, Nigeria are currently top on 6 points. They've won the opening 2. Tunisia are second on 3 points. Tunisia have lost the game as well. They lost to Nigeria, of course, figures 3 goals to 2. Tanzania are third and Uganda are fourth. Now, Tanzania and Uganda have to pull something out the bag today if they have any chance of qualifying for the next round. Of course they do. Tanzania have, but if Tunisia lose today to Tanzania, or Tunisia don't win against Tanzania, it opens up the door. This group's more open than yesterday's group, so to speak. Obviously, South Africa went through, of course, with... hold on, there's a foul there. Yeah, South Africa, of course, went through, of course, with Egypt yesterday. So that is what it is, of course. Absolutely, guy. Absolutely, brother. My all-time favourite team, the Ivory Coast, with Drogba, Gervinho, Kolo Toure, Wilfred. Yeah, that was the best. Not the best one. I think the Nigeria team was the best. Probably would win the World Cup these days. Flip through Tanzania. And yeah, let's flick through Tanzania. Can't take it seriously when it's coming back. Oi! Oi! You Tasmanian devil. You're Tanzanian devil. That's what you are, mate. That's what you are, mate. Absolutely. Listen, I've been waiting for this game. I've been nervous about this game. Been very anxious. Woke up this morning and I'm thinking Nigeria against Uganda. You know what I mean? It's a tough game, man. I've been worried about that game. Right behind Man United against Wolves. Close. Man United against Wolves was the game. I was like, oh my goodness me. Well, you know what I mean? But very excited to see this team, of course. A Tanzania lost to Uganda rivals will make me say then a Man United will win will be a good day for Kenya. And I hope it's a good day for you, Kenya, and I really do. It's a free kick at the moment for you, Uganda, guys. Of course, the great country of Uganda, of course. Way over. For goodness sake, you know what I would say? Why are there running tracks around the ground? Like, they need to remove these running tracks. You need a bus to get to the pitch where they are. Goodness me. There's so many running tracks. God blimey. You know? I mean, there's so many running tracks in Morocco. You would have thought they'd be Olympic champions, wouldn't you? I mean, there's so many running tracks around. You would have thought they would have had world-class runners. Nigeria's scary, bruv. Yeah. Nigeria's scary. Nigeria's not safe. My good friend, he used to play for a club in England. John Akinde, his name was. Akinde. His dad was my good friend. His dad. And he was a journeyman, played for Wycombe Wanderers and various teams in England. And when my brother, we were doing music and stuff like that, his dad and John Akinde, they offered me to go to Nigeria for a performance, for a concert. Yeah, they offered me. Said, we want you in Nigeria to do a concert. That's what they said. Is that word? They have good bananas in Kenya, in Uganda. Yeah, I do love a banana. I haven't had one for a while. To be honest, to be fair, in Naples, they don't really have them. They have I eat all different sorts of vegetables in Naples that I don't really eat. Everyone's artichoke. You know what I mean? Hopefully you don't get an artichoke tonight against Wolverhampton Wanderers, guys. That's one thing I would say. Artichoke. I have a lot of artichoke. Guys, what else do I eat whilst I'm over here? Mainly it's pizza. It's not a delicacy, but yeah. But yeah. Nigeria's, yeah, I know, mate. It is scary. Goodness me, amazing people. Africa has amazing people, Kenyan. We love it. We love it. My good friend is AO Beats from Nigeria, of course. One of my good producers. I've got a lot of good friends from Nigeria. I've got good friends from Cameroon. I've got good friends everywhere. Sad accident for Josh. Yes, very sad. In regards to that, what I would say is that never speed, guys. Don't speed. It's not worth it. Like, it's okay to be self-righteous and it's okay to talk what you should and shouldn't do. Life is horrible sometimes. It comes at you sometimes. It comes at you like a bat out of hell, like I said, do you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to be careful what you do you know what I mean? And like they spun a corner and they didn't see the truck part there, did they? So got to look after your speed, man. And my thoughts and prayers are with all affected. Of course I am. Guys, you know what I mean? And that means all of them, you know, because at the end of the day, I see a lot of people going, thank God Joshua's safe, thank God. Not thinking about the other poor souls that, you know, sadly passed away. Of course, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It is. It really is. But guys, on the positive, we got Tunisia against Tanzania on my screen, guys. Absolutely. On my scouting watch for Manchester United. This is what every single Man United scout should be doing right now. Exactly what I'm doing. You see this? You see this, Man United? You see this? What I'm doing right now? This is what you should be doing. Ta-da. Look. How do you find players? Oh, maybe watch the AFCON. You might you might find a couple of very, very good gems, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. I found a few from South Africa yesterday. Some very good defenders in that team, man. And Zimbabwe. They're attacking. There was a guy on the left. The guy who scored the first goal. Like, that control and that finish was excellent. Of course, guys, absolutely. Here come Nigeria on attack on the left-hand side. Here we go. Oh, nice little bit of skill. Oh, he's got in the box. Brilliant play. Oh, that was a good bit of skill. You see that left-hand side player, guys? You see that guy on the left? Absolutely brilliant piece of play that one was, guys. Absolutely brilliant. And that looked like Chukwueze. Was it Chukwueze or was it no, it was Simon. That was Simon. But that was a very good attack from Simon. You see what I mean? You've got players like Simon, and you'll be like, who the bloody hell Simon? You know what I mean? And you know he plays for Paris FC. Not Paris Saint-Germain, Paris FC. It's the second team in Paris, by the way. You never thought there was a team in Paris, did you? A second team in Paris, did you? Never, ever, ever, ever felt so low. And you're gonna take me out of this black hole. Kenyan, roads in Africa during Christmas is bad news. It's not only Kenya and it's Africa. Like when I go to the UAE has very modern. It's very, very modern. But you always get an idiot that's parked in the middle of nowhere. You can have the most perfect roads in the world. You can have everything perfect and stuff like that. But it's always some idiot, and this is what you always have to be aware of, you know. And this happens where I live in the UAE in Abu Dhabi. This happens everywhere, you know what I mean? I'm in Naples at the moment, and Napoli, the roads are absolutely mad. They're absolutely crazy, guys. The roads in Naples are absolutely. If you can drive in Naples, you can drive anywhere in the world, you know what I mean? But you always get the odd idiot, you know. You always get the odd idiot. And you have to be careful and be aware. As of being white, I've always been jealous of African family traditions. I never feel more welcome than when I'm at my African friends in Norway. Excuse me, I'm going to choke here. Not choking with tears. Oh my God, you're so emotional. It's a pretty cold culture. I love African hospitality. Pick up yourself. Well, it depends. Depends who you meet. Just coming from England. Yeah, every culture has their good and bad, doesn't it? At the end of the day, well, I've always been welcomed by African people and stuff like that, and always. Obviously, some people didn't want to do the African nations. They put their nose up at the African nations, which I thought was out of order. Do you know what I mean? I don't agree with that. And at the end of the day, when Africa's produced so many world-class players, of course, you know, and contributed heavily to football, and I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know how people could be screaming and shouting for Manu Kone and you know, I know Manu Kone plays for France, but he's African and stuff like that, or you know, Carlos Baleba. And players of that ilk, and then they turn their nose up at the African nations. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And we all know who they are, guys, and their big platforms. Big glass of water, mate. I'm gonna drink a glass of water, mate. I'm not feeling well, Kenyan. I've actually sacrificing my lungs to do this stream. I've been under weather, Kenyan, for about 2 days. So I'm actually, I think it's because of the change of the climate and things like that. I've gone from very, very hot to very, very cold. And that's what's happened, guys, in regards to that. 0-0 between Tanzania and Tunisia, guys. A good shot from Tanzania straight at the goalkeeper there. As we're passing through everyone, that was Faye Toto with a shot for Tanzania. Of course, Tanzania and Uganda, they have to win today, in my opinion. I think they have to win. I think they have to pull something out the bag. I mean, I know it's going to be a big ask. Tunisia, obviously, a good team, and so are Nigeria. So, obviously, it's going to be very difficult for them. I feel people who have had less, often the kind of people who have most are obviously the rudest and greediest. Yeah. People were actually born in poverty, like I was, by the way, are actually better people than the people who had silver spoons and stuff like that, you know. Bottle of water. Yeah, mate. Hell, if you know, you know. Speaking the English tongue, isn't it? English, speaking English, proper English. They have no idea how to speak English, proper English, mate. We speak it properly, mate. And the great thing about us, we could say a bottle of water. If you like me to say bottle of water, I can say a bottle of water. But I can go a bottle of water. Do you know what I mean? Oh, he's at the bar. Oh, he's at the bar. Tunisia have hit the bar. They still got the ball. I'm talking about the Tunisia game here, guys. I've got that flicked over at the moment. Here we go. Tanzania defenders diving all over the place like Superman. Yeah, and it's cleared. They got away with that one, but that was a great shot. I think that was Mebry's playing for Tunisia, by the way. There you go. Nothing makes me laugh more than when Americans try to make fun of England, English language, English accents and things like that. Bloody hell, man. Americans, mate, you'll be doing hoi, 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 hoi. If it wasn't for bloody England, you clowns. There won't be no Tupac Shakur, mate. You know what I mean? I like to see that. I like to see that. You know what I mean? Don't come out with me like, you know what I mean? Someone comes up with me on Twitter and telling me about how we say this and how we say that. Free kick to Tunisia, guys. Seems like that's where it's all happening. Yeah, World Cup shouldn't be in bloody America. It's an absolute disgrace that the World Cup is there. In that genocidal ridden place. Tanzania have got a chance, guys. No, they haven't. They haven't. Forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, they won't be forget about it either if it wasn't for England. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly right. It's perfectly said and spelt, Helge. Well done. It's perfectly read and held. Big up, everyone. Guys, when did Mebry move Man United to Burnley? About a couple of years ago now, Kenyan. Was never good enough, unfortunately. As much as revisionism happens, guys, it's never good enough. Here's Uganda on attack. Uganda are giving as good as they're getting here. Good cross. Unlucky. Yeah, soccer. Anyone who has to say spell the name, anyone that has to call football soccer should not be hosting the World Cup, and that includes you, Australia. If you have to call football soccer and you have to lick the backside of them, that's all on you, mate. But no one should be calling football soccer. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be there. Right, so corner to Uganda here. That was short. Short corner coming in. This guy's going to cross it in. Great cross. Oh, straight to keeper. Uzoho with the ball. He's the ball. Calm down. He's saying, calm down. You know it's peak when your manager of your nation or your football club has to wear just a black shell suit jacket with no label on it. You know what I mean? He's got no label on his jacket whatsoever. There's nothing on it. It's just like a plain one you get from Primark. If you know, you know. The tacticals experts, Held, you know who they are, mate. I'm so glad that Ruben Amorim shut down a lot of those tacticals people. It's so funny, because he said exactly what I said. He said exactly what I said. What I've been saying. The funny thing is like they actually think in their head that he's going to look at some Twitter page or YouTube page, right, and see this Monster Munching guy sitting there talking about tactics, and he's going, do you know what? He has a point there. He has a point there, Yeah. I mean, for someone to get their cholesterol that high and still be walking is unbelievable. Anyway, we are at Tanzania. Tanzania, guys, we're looking like Sweden away kit. They're moving like a boss today. They're doing very well at the moment. It's 0-0, 18 minutes gone, guys. Absolutely. On the best channel in the land, which is Stretford Post. We don't need numbers, we need facts. Absolutely. Big up everyone who's joining me today. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. Come on, we are nearly on 13,500. Can we get to the 500? Let's get to the 500, guys. Don't forget to smash that like, guys. Absolutely. A proper football channel, this one. You know what I mean? We're proper football community. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Is it the Donald Trump dance? I know. He looked at Alice Talks Football and he went, this girl goes, and he's gone, yeah, let's. That is true. Honestly, I didn't think about that. He said all along he's going to change. He said he's going to change. He said all along he's going to change, man. He said, I'm going to change, but I'm not going to change for the Pope. I'm not going to change for anyone but myself. And you know what? They even twisted that little narrative. They even twisted that and they said, oh, I told you we weren't going to change for the Pope, but he's changed. They're so thick. It's unbelievable. He said he would change, but he'd change himself. And he would adjust himself. And what he said about Newcastle, he didn't play a free at the back against Newcastle because he tactically analysed Newcastle and Newcastle would have exploited the spaces. That's why he didn't do a free at the back against Newcastle. Added to the fact that we don't have a squad right? And that is the fact at the end of the day. We did play a free at the back against Aston Villa, dominated that game. You know, we beat Liverpool away with a free at the back. We beat Crystal Palace away with a free at the back. We beat Chelsea with a free at the back. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? They're just driving mad, these people. The Tacticos nutcases. Can't even say it with a straight face. I know, it's madness. Thick as fuck. I mean, honestly, honest to God. Kenyan, I just switched to Fabrizio before this. Say Xerxes can leave if we get a replacement, and we are looking for one. Any ideas? Many, mate. There's many ideas that have been going on at the moment. Man United are primarily looking at midfielders at the moment. That's not to say that we're not looking at attacking players as well, of course. I would say for you, if anyone wants to keep an eye out for Rodrigo Moura. That's something that's gone under the radar a little bit. Rodrigo Moura, who plays for Porto, there's a lot of noises going on about that player, of course, absolutely. And obviously, you've got Key Schmidt is another one. He could play in a variety of positions. It annoys me how she's not a Man United fan. That's what annoys me. And then, she gets famous because of sinisterness. That's the only reason. It is no football knowledge. Diggersaga, not even a... yeah, exactly. Bobby, Sal, I know it's early, but what's your score predictions for tonight's game? Manchester United 7. No, I'm joking. I didn't get to do my match preview. Apologies, guys. I've been so busy. It's been ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? I've been trying my best running around Naples all day long. My prediction for tonight's game. Right, I'm going to give it Manchester United 3, Wolves 0. Wolves 1. Man United 3, Wolves 1. Edison Castillo, I spoke about him, Kevin. I spoke about him 2 days ago, Kevin, you know. Welcome to Stretford Post, my guy. I actually spoke about Castillo a year ago, but you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, Castillo, yeah, midfielder. Ecuador. Quito. That's the club he plays for. Yeah, I know about him, mate. Fabrizio talked about Keith Schmidt after Keith Schmidt, yeah, maybe a hint. After me, yeah. After me. Spoke about after me. You know what? I'm honestly believe that some of them actually look at my page. I'm not being arrogant, guys. I honestly believe that, you know, some of them actually look at my page. I do know Ben does. Ben Jacobs. I know he does. But I do honestly believe they look at it and I think, you know, what's Sal saying this morning, 7 in the morning? You know what I mean? Break of dawning. What's he saying? What's all that news about? Is it just like today, you know what I mean? When I start speaking about a defender in Spain playing for Girona, you watch it, guys. There's going to be Man United looking at the defender from Girona. Like Castillo, Eduardo Castillo mentioned a year ago. My prediction is 4-1, says Kenny. Big up, Kenny. 7-0 sounds fantastic. It'd be lovely. 3-0 would be lovely as well, though. So will 4-0. I'm going 4-0. Let's have it. You know what? I'll be honest, though, guys. I want to be honest. I don't want to put the expectations so much. But I was happy with a 1-0, guys. Just win the game. I know that the Tacticos, cholesterol-ridden maniacs will be mouthing off again. You know, the man, them minions. You know, I know that they will be mouthing off and going, it's not good enough, bruv. No, bruv, it's not good enough, bruv. No, bruv, I've seen the trouble, bruv. Not good enough, bruv. I know that they're going to be doing that. But I'll take a win any day of the week, guys. Absolutely. Any day of the week. That's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, we were gaslighted into thinking that Man United beating Wolverhampton Wanderers by 4-1 was a poor result only a few weeks ago. We were told, how can Man United concede a goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers? That is unacceptable. They've not conceded. They've not scored a goal since October. Then they go and score against Arsenal and only lose with two own goals. And then they'd only lose 2-1 away at Liverpool. And you know what I mean? Makes you absolute laugh, doesn't it? The ironic. I mean, I'm waiting for Alanis Morissette to come out the window right now. And is it ironic? Don't you think? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the way these people are, they're just so. Oh my goodness me! And even my guy, he's been going off on one, and we all know who he is. You know, MG. He's been going off on one. He's been very, very negative lately. I don't know whether Ruben Amorim has rejected him for an interview or something. I don't know what's going on, but he's been very, very, very pessimistic. I know you made up your mind about the manager. We get it, bro. We get it. You made up your mind. It's a democracy. You can make up your mind about the manager. You can say what you want about the manager. But at the end of the day, guys, come on. Have a little bit of positivity, man. Fuck's sake. Look, we are joint 5th, guys. We're like, you're literally near 4th place, man. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, it's unbelievable. So I wake up every morning, Helge, and ask myself that question. You know, I think, how can the world survive without Mason Mount? How can I wake up in the morning and not think about Mason Mount? You know, I think about Mason Mount, you know, and I think about world peace, you know. You know, at the end of the day, you know, a cure for hunger, everything. I think about Mason Mount, and I think the way that guy presses the ball, you know, runs around, you know, miraculously, it's unbelievable, you know. Right, here come Tunisia on the attack here. Sorry, what's that? Oh, he's gone for that. What's a goal? No! That was almost a goal from the halfway line, guys. My goodness me. What an effort. What an effort that was. Oh, what a goal that would have been. He shot from 50 yards over. Just if that's on target, he's in trouble, man. He's in trouble. Very, very close, guys. Mason Mount has good resilience. Resilience in what? Resilient from cure. I mean, he has no resilience at all. He's always injured. 1 game and then 10 off. 1 game and then 10 off. Give me that lifestyle any day of the week. Give me that any day of the week. I'll take that any day of the week. But going away, guys, still Uganda nil, Nigeria nil. I think it's the kiss of death for me again. Sal's little curse, the juju of Sal, of course. You know, it's 0-0 here and 0-0 there. I'll take 0-0 all day long as Man United win. I'll take all the goals from Uganda, Nigeria, and for Tunisia against Tanzania, and I'll put them on the Man United game all day long. Thank you very much. I'll take it 0-0. They're talking about Mason Mount. They said he's resilient. Kenyan said he's resilient. And it's a goal for Nigeria, guys. Nigeria have scored, guys. I'm just seeing who the score. It looks like it is the number 10. Deli Bashir. Was it the number 10? No, it's number 19. It's the number 19, guys. It's the number 19. Anauchu. It looks like Anauchu has got the goal for Nigeria. Yeah, now Chu's got the goal from Nigeria. It's from it was crossed in there by here we go. Yeah, nice little bit of play. And Anauchu with the tap in. It is Anauchu 1-0 to Nigeria. The Super Eagles are ahead, guys, by a goal to 0, guys. Absolutely fantastic. We got our first goal of the day, guys. Our first goal of the day. It is Nigeria 1. Uganda 0 all day long, guys. Absolutely. Nigeria 1. They have scored. Niger boys. Niger boys. There we go, Niger. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Can I look? I want. You know what? I'll show you something. You know, listen, guys. You want to see me? Look, I directed this video, right? I directed this video. I got my thing. I can't even find it now. I can't find. I'll get there. I got a song. I got a song dedicated to it. I've got a song dedicated to that, Niger boys. Big up. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to put your notifications on. You know what I mean? All that sweet stuff. All that jazz. It's actually raining in Morocco at the moment. The Tanzania-Tunisian game is raining. That one is still 0-0. So Rabat in Morocco, of course, is where the Tunisian game is being played. It's actually, in all seriousness, the crowd is quite big in Rabat. Actually, it's not bad compared to the other games that I've watched. Of course, stadiums are quite big. I just don't like the design of the stadium. I think they need to take away that running track around the stadiums. I think they need to do that. Need to take them off. Lacey will do well if he gets a chance. We don't know how good he's going to be in the Premier League. We need him at the moment, mate. It's kind of sinister to think about it. Who are the most protected Man United players in the last 5 years? And the answer is Rashford, right now. Sure, all the Englishmen are immune to criticism. It's not just Englishmen, Helge. It's not just Englishmen, and that happens in every country, mate. That happens in every country, Helge. Spanish are protected by the Spanish. Italians are protected by the Spanish, by the Italians. Portuguese is protected by the Portuguese. That's life. I can tell you that the biggest threats to Manchester United in regards to death threats have been English players. Harry Maguire had a bomb threat. You know what I mean? And some of the biggest criticisms, people forget that there are a lot of people against these players, don't like these players and stuff like that. And, it's not just these players. There's other players in that team. Bruno's heavily protected as well. There's other players that are heavily protected, but they can't do any wrong, That's what I would say. I wouldn't say it's because of Englishmen. It's the English Premier League, man. We're talking about English Premier League. Without England, there's no Premier League, you fucker. Come on. Absolutely. That's what we do. It's all about England Premier League, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. Rashford got a lot of abuse. He did get a lot of abuse, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest. No England, no way, no World Cup. Let me tell you that. Haaland was born in Leeds. There you go. I'm only joking, by the way. Don't worry. Come on. People understand they've got to get to reality that Manchester United is an English football club, and whatever it is, at the end of the day, it's not about if you're English or not. It's about if you're good with the media. If you're good with the media, you're cool. Look at Klopp. He was so good with the media. No one ever said anything wrong about Jurgen Klopp. You have to be friendly and cushy with a few of the media. Rashford are good with the media. Mount's good with the media. Shaw's good with the media. And of course, if you're English, you're going to be close to the media because obviously you speak good English and you're well spoken. You know certain people within the industry, and that happens. I don't think necessarily they're protected, like in regards to that. No, I think some of the worst abuse I've heard has been at the English players. Like look how deeply they defend Bruno. At the end of the day, for a long time they've been defending Bruno. For a long time. I never bring xenophobia to it. Never in my life. No, I'm English, by the way. You wouldn't have me. You wouldn't have me. That old chestnut. You know what I mean? I'm always going to call things as they are on here. Guys, it's 1-0 to Nigeria. But guys, by the way, we have got our first goal, of course. We're coming up to the 35th minute in the game, guys. The 35th minute in the game. We're coming up to the 35th minute. Free kick to Uganda here. Can Uganda make something happen here? Can they equalize before half-time? They need it. They do need it. Oh, that's a poor free kick. Unlucky. It's a poor free kick. It must be difficult, though, trying to put a team together. Like when you're playing a team like Nigeria, you've got players, some of the best players in the world in it. And then you've got players who play for Burton Albion. It is a little bit like an FA Cup tie. You know what I mean? It is a bit like an FA Cup tie. It is, because you look at Nigeria, they've got Lookman on the bench and the Iwobi on the bench, players of that ilk. You know what I mean? And The other players that play for Nigeria are very high prospect players, very big future players as well. Do you know what I mean? And some of them are wanted by Man United, believe it or not. And that's what it is, you know. It's a free kick here to Tunisia, whipped in by Mebri. That's going to, oh, that looked like a penalty. No? He's on the floor. He's in agony. The Tunisian player, he's in agony. Wow. It's a foul on Ugandan player there. It's a foul there. "36 minutes gone. Free kick to Uganda here. Can they get back into the game? Can they make it interesting? Can they do that? Yeah, very interested to see the game later on between Man United and Wolves. You know, Wolves are going to be playing like it's a final, like every time Man United play. You know, at the end of the day, they play like it's a final, and Wolves will be playing a low block. Definitely, we need to find out a way to stop that as well. You know. We need to find out a way to combat that low block because we struggle against them ones, isn't it? That's why I thought it might be easier to play. It probably is easier to play at Molineux. It's probably easy to play away from home. I don't think Man United are very intimidating at Old Trafford anymore, and I think Man United need to be more intimidating at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that is absolutely. Here we go, guys. In the middle. Every time I see in Uganda, they're pressing quite well, but they just lack that little bit of edge, that little bit of quality up front. I think they lack that little bit of finesse to get it, but they're playing quite well, if I'm being honest. Of course, a very strong Nigerian team, of course. Very, very strong Nigerian team. Big up everyone, guys. Don't forget to smash a like if you're here, please, guys. If you could do that as soon as you walk in, smash a like, guys. If you guys can do that for me, be absolutely fantastic. It's a chance here. Oh, it was almost deflected into his own goal. It was almost deflected into his own goal, guys. There's a VAR going on. Tunisia against Tanzania, guys, for a penalty to Tunisia. There's a VAR going on at the moment, guys. You can't give a penalty for that. That's a little bit harsh. I think it's a little bit soft. I don't think you can give a penalty for that, guys. No, I don't think you can give it. He's going to give it, though. As soon as it goes to VAR, you know what's going to happen. You know the position. He's going to give the penalty. He's going to give the penalty to Tunisia, I think. Yeah, we're just analysing the Tanzania and Tunisia. There's a penalty for Tunisia, apparently, potentially, should I say. It's a little bit harsh. He played for it, that player. He definitely did play for it. He definitely did play for it. He definitely did play for that penalty. That's going to be a penalty to Tunisia. They're going to give it. As soon as it goes to VAR, you forget about it. You know, he's going to give it. I don't. Will he give it? Penalty to. That's harsh. Penalty to the Tunisia guys. Yellow card to the number 4. Abdullah has got a yellow card. He's given away a penalty. Tunisia have a penalty in this game, guys. It looks like a soft penalty, but it's a penalty. They said he's grabbed him like that. I think he played for that. Come on, we've got to lose a bit of common sense there. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. He weren't playing the ball. It's a foul. Yeah, I get it. But I still think it's soft. But that's a penalty to Tunisia, guys. It is a penalty to Tunisia. You know what I mean, guys? Hannibal Mabry, former Man United player, is at the penalty spot at the moment, guys. He's going to be taking the penalty. The ex-Man United player, the number 10, Hannibal Mabry. About to take the penalty for Tunisia. Tanzania, there's lots of ruffling going on. There's lots of anger there. It's just the thing is, when you don't play the ball, that's what happens, isn't it? You always run the risk of conceding the penalty, even though it's soft. I agree, it's a little bit soft, but you always run the risk, though, guys, of conceding a penalty if you don't play the ball. If you play his neck instead, of course, unless you're Man United. You can grab someone's neck when you're playing against Man United. Hey, big up Ephraim. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well, bro. Good to see you, mate. Everything is blessed with you. So the number 11's taking it, not Mabry. And that is 1-0 to Tunisia. 1-0 to Tunisia, guys. The number 11 for Tunisia has opened the scoring for Tunisia, guys. Garby. Let's open the scoring. So what does that do for the group? Nigeria will be on 9 points. Tunisia will be on 4 points. Tanzania will be on 2 points. And Uganda will be on 1 point. And that's how it looks at the moment. As it stands, Nigeria and Tunisia are in the box office. They're in the box office seat, guys, the VIP seats. That's where they are at the moment, guys. 1-0 to Tunisia. 1-0 to Nigeria, guys, as well. All right, we take it back to Nigeria. We've got 2 minutes half time, by the way, guys, plus injury time, whatever injury time the referee is going to add on, of course. We'll have to wait and see. But we're taking it back to the Uganda. Uganda got a free kick here. No, there's another penalty shout here. There's another penalty shout. It's all play acting, to be honest with you. It's all play acting. It's number 19 for Nigeria, by the way. The number 19, Dele Bashiru. He's a unit, isn't he? He's tall, isn't he? He's an absolute unit. My goodness me. What a poor free kick again. And another poor free kick. My goodness me. Can they kick? That's better, but that was a poor free kick, man. Really poor. Uganda got to be more effective up front. They just look like they couldn't hit, but they couldn't do anything with the ball. They just don't look any threat up front at all. 4 minutes of injury time in this game, guys. 4 minutes of injury time in Nigeria against Uganda game, guys. 4 minutes of injury time. So, do you think Aston Villa will win today? I think it'd be a draw, Ephraim. I hope Aston Villa do something. Honestly, I hope they do. James, these Uganda players are just flying all over the place, and the ref is a joke giving them useless fouls. But the problem is, James, is that you can give them all the fouls they want. If they can't kick the ball, they need to learn how to kick the ball. They're kicking it. It's going straight at the bloody first man. You know what you were saying about Uganda, though. Like I said earlier today, Uganda got players from Rwanda. They got players who play for Burton Albion and things like that. And then obviously you got Nigeria, who got players who play for Galatasaray and world-class players. You know what I mean? They got Iwobi and Lookman on the bench. Them, you know what I mean? They got Iwobi and Lookman on the bench. You know, and I do like the look of that number 19, though. I'm sorry, guys. I do like the look of that. Deli Bashiru. Not Deli Bashiru. Analchu, should I say. Sorry, Analchu. Analchu looks like a unit. You know, he looks good, guys. He got the goal. I think he got the first goal. I mean, obviously, there was some controversy. Shot from Tanzania way over the bar. Obviously, there's some controversy about the Egypt win, wasn't there, the other day against South Africa? Maybe the referee. What do you think about the refereeing in this tournament so far? I think it's been all right. What I've seen so far, I don't think there's been anything untoward. Tunisia just had a penalty that I think it was a little bit soft, but you know what? You can't grab people's necks, of course, guys. In football, doesn't allow people to grab people's necks, of course. Unless it's Man United and your name is Semenyo and you can grab Dalot's neck all day long, it doesn't really matter. You can probably give him an Undertaker choke slam and it wouldn't be a red card. Yeah, but you run the risk, isn't it, when you do that? But obviously, everything when it's slowed down it's going to look 10 times worse. Sal, scary Arsenal are declined. Rice is injured for today. I mean, the only people who are scared of Arsenal are people who are probably scared of Barney the dinosaur. They're the only people who are scared of Arsenal. No, I don't think anyone's scared of Arsenal. I'm certainly not. I don't wake up in the middle of the night and my wife's like, Sal, what's wrong? Arsenal, they're scary. I don't. I really don't. I'll probably wake up in the middle of the night thinking, bloody hell, Arsenal overrated. That's what I'll probably say. Not even the best team in my lifetime. For goodness sake, our best Arsenal team. Not even the best Arsenal team in the last 10 years. Lee Gunner's right. He's absolutely right. A joke team, man. It's a joke team. You know what, James? You know what they call it? They call it the business end of the season, don't they, mate? They call it the business end of the season. This is where you get to the nitty gritty. You know, Man City are hot on your heels. Man City are not going to slip. You know, I can tell you, like, Man City are not going to slip. And Man City always in the transfer market. They're going to get Semenyo and that. They're not going to slip. By the way, in the Tunisian game against Tanzania, there's a stadium. Is there a stadium in the back? And it's halftime, guys, in the Tunisian game, by the way. And it's going to be halftime in the Nigerian game. Should be now. It should be. Yeah, you know, there's a stadium in the Tunisia game in the background. It looks amazing. Is that their new stadium? Because there was a new stadium in Morocco, wasn't there, that they were building. I don't know whether they build it for the World Cup or something coming up soon. Be nice to see a World Cup in Morocco. You know, it's more of a football country. You know what I mean? But nice to see that, of course. It's a free kick on the right hand side for Nigeria before halftime, guys. Can we get a good ball in the box here? It's a free kick. Nice one. Oh, and it's cleared away from Uganda. That should be it. That should be half time, guys. He's not blown a whistle yet. He's waiting for the Ugandan attack first. Forget I said that. Half time, guys, in that. Half time. It is Uganda 0, Nigeria 1. Guys, courtesy of Anaucho, I believe it was. Anaucho with the goal for Nigeria. Guys, courtesy of him, absolutely. Nothing to write home about, not a classic, but Nigeria are cruising their way through this group at the moment. I can't see Nigeria not qualifying. As predicted, one of the best teams in Africa, of course. When I'm looking at this tournament so far, obviously there's going to be some shocks. I believe that there's some surprising teams for me. I mean, I thought Comoros, goodness me. Basically, it looked very good, and so have a couple of other teams. I think, the game yesterday with Angola, I thought Angola looked okay. I thought Zimbabwe looked okay, but it didn't really work out for them, unfortunately. Don't forget, Arsenal is scary, guys. Don't forget, Arsenal is scary. I'm going to share something with you now, just a little bit, getting you in the mood. Something I directed, guys. Something I directed. If I can get you in the mood here. No, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. Nigeria all the way. Big ups to Super Eagles. Much love, Prince. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Big up the Super Eagles. Niger boys. Niger boys. Big up the Niger boys. Niger. All day long. We're going for the game tonight, guys, against Man United against Wolves tonight. Don't forget to join me for that game, guys. Man United against Wolverhampton Wanderers, guys. Bit anxious. You know, I think one of the most anxious things I am is because I can't take the negativity. Push up the lights, guys. Thank you so much, Prince. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, guys, and big up the African nations, guys. 1-0 to Tunisia, by the way. A controversial penalty VAR decision against Tanzania, guys. Yeah, I mean, as well, when you put your arm around something, it's always going to be to run the risk, of course. Nigeria are cruising. They are definitely on the driving seat here, guys, and they are doing very well, guys, absolutely. Big up, Samuel. What's going on? I'm looking at Nigeria and I look at the likes of Lookman, I look like Iwobi and players of that ilk on the bench. And then, you've got Uganda and they've only... I mean, all fairness to them, they've got players from Burton Albion and players who play in Rwanda and Macedonia and players like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not quite that level. Nigeria, the sort of team that could actually challenge in a World Cup. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about, just like Cameroon and Ivory Coast can. Guys, I don't know what's happened with Ghana, though. I don't know what's going on with Ghana. Ghana used to have a very good team. Samuel, good afternoon. How you doing, my friend? Manchester United should make a bid for Jed Spence and Elliot Anderson, Keith Schmidt. Jed Spence would be an absolute fortune. Definitely, it would be over-inflated price. And Elliot Anderson, of course, we are hopefully going to sign Elliot Anderson maybe in the summer. I don't think it will happen in January. Keith Schmidt, Man United need to bid for him ASAP. Definitely, absolutely. But in theory, Samuel, I love your idea, and I would love that. I love that to happen at Man United. I would love Man United to sign Jed Spence. I love Man United to sign Anderson. I would love Man United to sign Keith Schmidt. I mean, I'll be happy all day long. But you know what? Speak to the owners, my friend. Speak to the owners. Speak to the owners. It's nothing to do with me. I don't make the rules. Big up everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate you guys. I'm currently in Naples, Italy, in Napoli, of course, former home of Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, of course, guys. Some may say he made his name here. Guys, yeah. Another fantastic player, another player I wouldn't mind at United. Definitely not. Definitely not. So the player scored for Tunisia was Ismail Garbi. He's the one who scored for Tunisia. Tunisia dominating the game, 60% possession in that game at the moment, guys. In regards to Nigeria, I mean, I'm looking at Nigeria. I'm seeing very good performances here. I'm seeing Simon on the number 15 on the left-hand side has been absolutely fantastic. And now to an absolute animal up front, really good, absolutely holding up the ball and stuff like that. Of course, guys, they got Bassi, of course, in defence, who plays for Fulham. Of course, guys. And that's it. Yeah. And I'm looking at Nigeria. It's not Nigeria's first team, if I was to be. Chuck Weezy, of course, who started his career at AC Milan. He's gone to Fulham, who, you know, and he's all right. He's a good player, very good player. You know, guys, absolutely. Can play for England as well, by the way. Yeah. I think the moment of the half in both games was the attempted over a 40, 50-yard shot from Tunisia. Guys, I think that was the moment of the first half. Edison Cavani played for Napoli. Amsek, yes, they did. Yeah, they made their name over here, to be honest. Lots of players played for Napoli. Maradona played for Napoli, didn't he? Maradona's, if you go all around where I am, if you go all around Naples, you see Maradona's painting everywhere. He's everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's Maradona everywhere. Do you know what I mean? We need Manchester United spirit and togetherness to these set of games, especially against Wolves. Yeah, absolutely, Prince. Because you know Wolves, you know what they're going to try and do. Look, they didn't when they went to Arsenal. They gave a good account of themselves. They only lost 2-1, two own goals. They only lost 2-1 to Liverpool. It's going to be difficult, and this is why I didn't get the theory when Man United beat them 4-1 away. I didn't get the moaning. I didn't get it. I really didn't. Bear me a second, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys, for being patient. What's a gelato? Ice cream? England has lots of ice cream places. What do you mean, Samuel? What do you mean? They do have a good ice cream in Italy, by the way. The food in Italy is unreal. You have to be careful when you go there. When I get back to the UAE, I should be back, inshallah, on Friday in regards to the UAE, back in my usual surroundings, guys. And I'm going to have to jump on that treadmill because I've been eating a lot of very, very delicious foods whilst I'm here. And, overindulge a little bit over the festive period, as you do. Sometimes you just overindulge, and that's just the way it is. But big up everyone, you're absolute legends. Welcome to the AFCON 2025 watch-along between Nigeria and Uganda, which is 1-0 to Nigeria at the moment, guys. And Uganda are giving a good account of themselves. Look a bit weak up front, but they are giving a good account of themselves. Tanzania are 1-0 down to Tunisia, courtesy of a controversial penalty via VAR, guys. And that's what's going on at the moment, guys. Especially in Bromley. I used to work in Bromley, Mounts and Spencers. South in London, they have got. It's not London actually. It's Kent, Samuel. It's just outside London, my guy. I used to work there. If you go into Bromley, Samuel, anytime you go to Bromley and you go into Marks and Spencer, ask for a gentleman named Magic. He's a security guard, right? Ask for a gentleman named Magic. Magic. Say, do you remember Sal? Used to work here. Sal. He'll tell you. Mate, I've been around the block, you know. I worked my butt off in my life. You know, I've done a lot of things. I've been around the block. I have. Whether I worked somewhere for a few months or wherever I went, I have been around and I worked on my corn, guys. I really have. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Big up everyone. Big up everyone. Football is for everyone. Football is for everyone. And that's what it's about. We enjoying it. Have I ever worked as a waiter in a hotel? No, I'm not that posh. I ain't got the patience. Let me tell you, Samuel, I've been a fishmonger. I used to do fried chicken. I used to do the chickens, you know, the whole chickens and stuff like that as well. I've been a baker. I've been a security guard. I worked in a hospital for 5 years. What else I worked on Eurostar. I worked in the WWE for a little bit when I started to get into media, obviously. And then obviously at the same time, I'm managing my brother who's a musician for 20 years. So I was doing so many different things at the same time. And whilst I was working with my brother for 20 years, I got to know agents of footballers, football agents, and all these parties and things like that. I used to get invited to these celebrity football matches and things like that. I got to meet loads of people connected to football. And you'd be so surprised how intertwined and how connected the whole industry is. And that's why I got to know people within the industries and things like that, and football and that, which many people just think, oh, Stretford Post, just Sal, that's it. You know what I mean? Nah, there's a background to this, you know, at the end of the day. There is a background to this. I've been a scout as well. You know, I worked at Leyton Orient, the League One side, in a clinic with the League One side, NHS. I worked there. I don't know, because there's a player who plays for Tanzania. His name's Job. Hopefully, he gets a good job in the second half, because obviously Tanzania need to do something. Otherwise, they are going home early. Guys, absolutely. At the moment, we're looking at the group, guys. It's Nigeria top on 9 points. Tunisia are second with 6 points. Tanzania have 1 and Uganda have 1 at the moment, guys. So they need to do something. He who dares wins. There's no point, guys. Just waiting, resting on your laurels. You need to try and take risks. You got to take risks. Otherwise, it's over for yo. Over. Absolutely. You got to take risks, guys. You really do. Absolutely. We're waiting on the kickoff for the second half, guys. Someone's got to get me that Nigeria shirt. Is someone going to buy me a Nigeria shirt? I watched WA last night. R-Truth stood up to Gunter and lost it, but it did the WA brand. R-Truth's my guy, obviously, Samuel. I know you. I think you've heard in it. You know, me and R-Truth go back in regards to the whole reason that R-Truth had this hill where he became crazy. It's because of me and my brother. Yeah. It's on YouTube. Yeah, we almost got the WWE sued, for goodness sake, giving R-Truth a cigarette. They forgot that you can't smoke indoors in England, by the way, at the O2 Arena. They forgot you can't smoke indoors in the WWE. You know what I mean? Are we going to get some shocks today? We didn't get any shocks yesterday, unfortunately. Although I do like to look at football, not just look at goals. I like to look at overall play, defensively, offensively, and stuff like that. I do like to look at the way people play. And in view of Man United maybe looking at a lot, I would like to think that we had, in an ideal world, right, we got Man United scouts in the stadiums over there. You know, I would like to think that's happening. But some part of me just thinks like, yeah. Nah, they're not. They ain't got no scouts over there. Forget about it. They got no scouts. So I would like to think we got scouts at the AFCON. I would like to think that, you know. I'm not hearing anything about any scouts, you know. Come on, lads. Let's hope for a good second half, guys. Let's go for it, guys. It's all about the second half, guys. Let's go for it. Let's have a good half, guys. Let's have a good half, and let's do this, guys. Absolutely. You know who the future is of WWE? The future that is Dom Mysterio. I think that guy's brilliant. I actually think Dom Mysterio is brilliant. Look, I'm not one to be like, oh, your father is somebody, so you got an opportunity, you got everything handed on a plate. He's a personality, man. He really is a personality. When I think about Dom Mysterio, I think he's a real personality. I think he's the future of the WWE. He reminds me of the old school Attitude Era sort of thing. He really does. I think he's funny. He's funny as hell, honest to God. He really is. I want to see Manchester United thrash Wolves 6-0. I want to see Man United win, Samuel. That's all I care about. A win, we go home. That's it. Wolves are not mugs. Wolves haven't been slapped up. The only team that Wolves have been slapped up against is Man United. There you go. 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Liverpool. No, it didn't slap them up, did they? Arsenal only beat Wolves because of 2 own goals. Prince, the win against Newcastle will be a massive at the end of the season. I hope so, my bro. Because of the special circumstances, 8 first team played, missing that huge and finding a way to win is a dream for me. You know, Prince, that I'm so grateful you said these things, because at the end of the day, we had people being very pessimistic before the game, and I did tell them that you never know. Sometimes you're at your best when you're at the point of adversity. Sometimes you're at your best when you're at the point of adversity. Sometimes, when you think you're gonna lose. You remember when we played Arsenal last season at the Emirates in the FA Cup? People were saying we're gonna get cooked. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Blah de blah de blah. You know what I mean? And we won. You know, we're still waiting on the Nigeria game, guys. It is kicked off in the second half. It's a little bit slow on my thing, but we are waiting for that. It does look like. It does look like Uganda made a substitution. They brought on the new goalkeeper. It does look like they made a substitution. But no, we are kicking off now, guys. We are kicking off now. Absolutely. What time would it be in Italy when the match finishes? So the match kicks off at 9:15 in Italy. So it'll be 10:40, 10:15. 11. Can I be honest? Tired of Man United playing so late. I'm tired of Man United playing so late. It's a tap for Uganda already. And, good defending. Good defending from Nigeria. That was close from Uganda. Best chance of the game. The number 13. And it's 1-1. Tanzania have equalized, guys. Tanzania have equalized. It's 1-1 against Tunisia. They have equalized. Toto, the number 6, it looks like has got the equalizer, guys. It is 1-1 between Tunisia and Tanzania. No, it's Salem. I think it's Salem. Salem has got the goal. Or Taya Toto. One of them, they're giving the congratulations to Taya Toto. But, wow. Oh, great shot. It is Toto with the goal. Goalkeeper could have done better there. The Tunisian goalkeeper, he could have done better there. It is 1-1, guys. Tunisia, and guys, what does that mean for the group? It means that Nigeria have 9 points, cruising. Tunisia have 4 points. Tanzania will have 2 points. Uganda have 1 point. And that means we'll be going into the final game, guys, with all to play for. I think there'll be one place up for grabs, but it is 1-1 between Tunisia and Tanzania. Ephraim, Sal, which country you think will win the AFCON? Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast. I think Ivory Coast will win it. I've just got a feeling for Ivory Coast this time. Yeah, I think they'll win it. Between Ivory Coast and Cameroon, two of those teams, one of those teams will win it. But obviously, you look at Nigeria, and I look at the squad of Nigeria, and I look at them and think, wow, look at their team, man. You look at their squad, and you think, look who even's on the bench for Nigeria. You know what I mean? You think they've got strength and depth as well. It's unbelievable what team they've got. You know, they've got Lookman and Nwobi and that on the bench, you know, and it's talent. It's Premier League proven players. You know, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Egypt, of course, are always there. They're the record holders, 7 times AFCON champions, of course. They once won it 3 times in a row. Morocco, of course. Morocco, you can't rule out Morocco because Morocco are at home. And that's one thing about it. You never know when a team is at home. I just got an inkling feeling. I got an inkling feeling for Ivory Coast. I just got this overwhelming thing about Ivory Coast that they're going to win it this time. But it's going to be tight. It's going to be. That's what makes it interesting, isn't it? It's what makes it interesting. Everyone's going for Morocco. Not a bad shout, to be honest. The home team will always have the advantage, isn't it? You know, it is a game of fine margins, and the home record, the home thing is fine margins, of course, is a margin. You know, at the end of the day. But interesting group, this one. Tanzania won, Tunisia won. It's still 1-0 to Nigeria against Uganda, guys. They kicked off a little bit late in this game, in this second half, because the goalkeeper was being substituted for whatever reason it was. But here come Nigeria on the attack, and it's a corner. Bashiri with the cross hit Obita, and it's gone out for a corner, guys. Osman waiting for the ball. Osman like a predator, waiting for that ball in the box. He's going his way like the cross. Let's see if he can whip in a good cross in this one. Referee's not having it. Lots of grappling in the box, guys. No, goalkeeper, don't put your arms behind your back. It's not a good idea for a goalkeeper to put his arms behind his back, just to let you know. Cross comes in, and it should have been 2-0. It should have been 2-0. My goodness me, what a chance there. Wow. What a chance there, guys. It should have been 2-0 there, guys. It should have been 2-0. Absolutely should have been 2-0. Don't even get near the fireworks. People are going off in the fireworks already. Here's Osman with the ball. Keeps the ball in now. It's back with Uganda. Samuel, yes, I have. I've been to loads of Nigerian and Ghanaian households, and I've had it, yes. I've had yam. I've had everything, man. There used to be a nice Nigerian restaurant in East London that I used to go to with my mate Ayo. And there's a chance. Oh, and there's another. He's got it. Oh, it's side netting there. Nigeria came close to scoring again. The number 13 there again. Came close to scoring again, guys. The left back, Onyemachi. On your march. More like he should have hit the target there. Guys, yeah, on the side netting, yeah. Keep it down, to be honest. Keep it down. Keep it down. That's what they needed to do. Chuck Wazy again, causing havoc, guys, on that wing. Of course, Fulham player, played for AC Milan. So, what's your favorite English food? You won't know, but it's hard to explain. I like chips, fish and chips. Like I like fish and chips, but I like, you know, fat chips, like proper English chips with doner meat and mayonnaise. But it has to be a specific doner meat, doner kebab meat, right? And mayonnaise over the top. It has to be a specific one though. For my specific place where I like, you know. And and that's my favorite. I do like a roast dinner, traditionally. I do like that, yes. I like my roast potatoes. I think I self-proclaim myself the world-class roast potato baker. I think I make the best roast potatoes in the world. I actually think that. Self-proclaimed. I think I make the best roast potatoes in the world. I haven't met anyone who's tasted my roast potatoes and thought, you know what, that's horrible. They said, they're like, where'd you get these roast potatoes from? You see what I mean? I think I make the best roast potatoes in the world. I do believe that. So, Tanzania won, Tunisia won, all to play for in that game. Salum Toto, of course, with the goal, and Garbi with the goal for Tunisia. Guys, all to play for in that game. It is Nigeria 1, guys, Uganda 0. Yo, William, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Samuel, watching Eagle on Football Terrace. He can't take it when rivals criticize him. Victor Gyökeres for him only scoring 5 goals. Emily, what ego represents? Ego represents the typical, don't be xenophobic, but it's not their fault. American fan, you know, can't take criticism of his own team. Extremely passive, extremely defensive. Some may say egotistical. But then again, I'm not surprised. Arsenal fans are very, very defensive and they're very insecure. Arsenal fans will always be very insecure. And they use this over-emphasize on all their players. Gyökeres is a flop. Hold that. He's been a flop. He's been the biggest flop of the season. He plays every game and he can't score. Cross comes in for Nigeria and it's gone wide. It's out for a throw-in. Yeah, they're just so... I like Eagle, by the way. He follows me. He follows me on Twitter. I like him, you know, a little bit full of himself, you know what I mean? But he's all right. Sal, Tanzania, big up Tanzania family. Big up Mama Bomba. Big up yourself. Big up the Tanzanians. 1-1 against Tunisia. Very unfortunate to see the penalty as well. Fingers crossed. It doesn't suit this other trying to play. You know what? It's not that, Kenny. You know what he doesn't suit? No Ruben Amorim. No, Ruben Amorim. That's what he doesn't suit, because Ruben Amorim makes him look good. He made a lot of players look good. He made Quenda look good. Diamande, Ignacio, Huymond. He made them all look good. And people are going to remember this. They're going to start seeing this for what it is. Ruben Amorim doesn't develop anyone. I mean, he basically developed the whole Sporting Lisbon team that went to the Champions League and were undefeated, you know, until we left. Yeah, until we left, guys. But here's Chukwueze on the right hand side here. Coming crosses the ball in. Nigeria dominating at the moment. They're really looking for that second goal to kill the game off. Straight at the keeper, guys. Straight at the keeper. Chukwueze has always been linked to Man United from the transfer magazines. Yeah, look, I mean, he's always been that player, isn't he? He played for AC Milan for a while. I remember him. He was an English player, actually, started off. And I think he was born in England. But he played for AC Milan, obviously went to Fulham and stuff like that, of course. Now Chu scored the goal, my friend. And now Chu scored the goal. The number 19, I believe it was, Kenny. Sal, you think Gyökeres suit United more than only if he played with Ruben Amorim? Yeah, if he played with Ruben Amorim. It's a red card. The goalkeeper has just come on the pitch for Uganda, has been red carded, guys. What the hell is going on? What is he doing? He's had a crazy moment. My goodness me. He's just come on the pitch. It's a chance to make a hero for yourself, mate. Salim has been sent off. The goalkeeper who's on the bench, he's looking at himself thinking, what the hell? Wow. Yeah. What are you doing, mate? What's he doing all the way out there? Bloody hell, he's halfway to Egypt. Look at him. Bloody hell. What's he doing out there? What are you doing, mate? Head it. Dive head it. I know it's a bit chunky, but dive head it. Dive head it. You don't handball it. That's game over. It's game over. Mamba Bamba. Ego said it won't matter if City go above Arsenal this week as it's too early, and then said a draw would be like a loss. You know, Arsenal fans, I think if you're born an Arsenal fan, I think you have to have therapy when you're younger. You know that. You know, I think Arsenal fan is a, you know, I don't know, is equivalent of being kicked by a horse or something like that. I don't know, when you're young and you just can't recapture your sanity. I think certain Arsenal fans, I think if there was an experiment, right, done worldwide, right, about Arsenal fans, right, and they scan their brain, and I guarantee that every single one of the Arsenal fans will have the same thing missing in their brain, I think. And that thing is reality. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I think that's what it is. You know, you got Man United fans on big channels pretending to be Man United. You got Arsenal fans on big channels pretending to be Man United fans. You got Arsenal fans. I mean, Arsenal fans will stop at nothing to promote their team. So they'll pretend they're Man United fan and big up Arsenal to make them look bigger. Let me tell you that right now. Alionzi, the number one for Uganda, is coming off. Is coming on for the goalkeeper as a goalkeeper, guys. Shame for the number 12 there. It's a shame that he has to come off, though. Sad for him, obviously. Yeah, I mean, moment of madness on the keeper. I don't know what he was doing. He shouldn't even been out there in the first place. This is the thing. It's really ruined the game. Yeah, and Sporting smashed City as well. Exactly, by 4, mate. Exactly. Yeah, this window is so important for we finish in the league. Yeah. Can't make his name for yourself, lad. The goalkeeper is very short, that goalkeeper. Will Joshua Zirkzee be a fast transfer for Roma like Brennan Johnson for Crystal Palace? I think it all depends who Man United bring in, Samuel. Depends who Man United bring in. I don't think Man United be making any moves for anyone, you know, if they're not replaced, to be honest. So Uganda are down to 10 men, guys, just to clarify. Right, here we go. Free kick for Nigeria in a dangerous position, 25 yards out. Goalkeeper's left a lot of space on his left-hand side there. I'm not sure about that. He's left a lot of space on his left-hand side. And it's over. It's no free kick. Unlucky. Chukwueze with the ball over the bar. Mama. So, Subban, Klopp and Unai Emery had stayed at Liverpool and Arsenal. Would they have become like Pep and came close to Ferguson in terms of being at a club for some years and winning trophies? I think that Unai Emery would have had more chance. If you put Unai Emery in the situation that Arteta was probably about a year ago, 2 years ago, when Arsenal, they had the league in their hands and they gave it away, I think if Unai Emery was in charge, he'd probably win the league. I think he would. But I would give the fact, I would call things objectively and say that, you know, Arteta's a young manager and he will learn and, you know, he's done very well. I haven't watched every Bruce Lee movie, no. Slitty's coming on for Tunisia, by the way, guys, number 23. He's coming on, substitute for Tunisia. 63 minutes gone in that game. 61 minutes gone in the Nigeria game, guys. So we're flicking between 2 different games, guys. That's what we're doing at the moment. As we lead up, obviously, to Manchester United tonight, guys. We've got Man United game tonight. Of course, we have. By the way, there's a lots of news circulating about Man United and transfers, of course. Ugarte is apparently close to signing for Galatasaray. That is news circulating around Turkish media. And it's a goal. It's 2-0 to Nigeria, guys. It's 2-0 to Nigeria. It's a goal. Nigeria 2, Uganda 0. Game over. Definitely not going to be doing anything there, guys. Great goal. Great control. Great finish, guys. Chuck Wasey with the number 11, getting the ball. And, yeah, he buried it there. He buried it. An absolute brilliant finish, guys. Onyedika with the goal, guys. Brilliant finish, brilliant control. Onyedika, very good. Impressed with Onyedika in this game, guys. The number 18, I've been impressed with him so far today, guys. Really impressive. And Man United should look at these players. Obviously, a very good performance. From Onyedika, 18, he scored. Uganda 0, Nigeria, the Niger boys. They Super Eagles 2. There we go, guys. Absolutely. Brilliant. 2-0. 2-0. That game is over. Yeah, it was good friends with Chuck Norris. Yeah, not a big fan of Chuck. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of Chuck Norris. I'm not a massive fan of Chuck Norris, to be honest. Chuck nonsense. Chuck Wasey. I'm more interested in Chuck Wasey of Nigeria than Chuck Norris. Yes. Sal, what will it require for Man United manager to do what Sonates did with the Class of 92, repeating the same with this current group? It won't happen, Mama Bamba. It won't happen. And there's a number of reasons why it won't happen. One of the reasons is that too many teams have money these days. And it's like, if I give you a scenario, right? Every team now is good. Back in 90s, it's like every team can compete, basically. It's not as good as the 90s, but every team can compete these days. And I think it's very dangerous to just be throwing in youngsters. And the youngsters ain't the same as they are in the old days. Mama. They're very petulant. They're not 100% on the football. They're 100% on their contracts. That's all they are. It's not the same anymore. And I think there's so much change. It's going to take a lot for something to change in football for that to happen. You know, it's just a different era. Aside here, who is dangerous for the World Cup? Canada, Colombia, Japan, Ivory Coast. Out of those teams, Japan, Beef Buddy. Those who know, Japan are very good. I said it. Before any other continent, an Asian team will win a World Cup before an African or or Australasian or Middle Eastern team. An Asian team will win it, and that Asian team, look, South Korea almost did it. I think Japan are incredibly good. I'm trained in kickboxing, mate. Muay Thai, Samuel. 8 years in Muay Thai I spent. Yeah. Bethnal Green. Ben Judge was my trainer. Go there. Ask about me. Get free sessions. Little side note about Ben Judd. Ben Judd was offered the role in the Mortal Kombat. What's it called? Power Rangers. Remember them Power Rangers? Remember the Power Rangers? Remember back in them days? I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to the school of Bruce Lee. I've trained Bruce Lee trainings and stuff. I've been to Hong Kong because I was a big fan of Bruce Lee anyway, but I like martial arts in general. I do like it. And I think when I got to know his diet plans and stuff like that, you know, it's very interesting, very good to get, you know, martial arts. Goal for Nigeria. It's another one. It's 3-0, guys. It's 3-0 to Nigeria. Nigeria absolutely destroying Uganda now. I feel sorry for Uganda. Obviously, it was that red card has really destroyed the game, destroyed the vibe of the game, of course, guys. There we go. Nigeria have scored again, guys. Unbelievable. Poor Uganda. I mean, obviously, it's very tough for them in this game, guys. It's a nice bit of play there from, that's a good finish, man. That's a brilliant finish there. Absolutely pinpoint, straight into the corner, guys. 3-0. 3-0 to Nigeria. This game is dead and buried in number 18. Again, guys, the one I've been talking about, guys. On your Dika. It's another one, guys, for Nigeria, and it is 3-0 to Nigeria. So if you were given an option to remove social media from the game or football like it was back in the days when there wasn't play social media, would you prefer it? Yes. Yeah. Life in general, can I say, Mamba Bomba? Life in general was better. Everything was better. I'm not just saying that because I'm an old fogey and blah, blah, blah. Things are better in my day and that. Things were better. They were. When I was young, the first thing I did when I come home from school and stuff like that is that I'll come home, I'll throw my bag down, I'll pick up a football and I go to the park and play football or the gravel and play football. These days, it's more like they come home from school, they put down their bag and they pick up their phone. And I think that's a problem. And I think that's why talent, not only in football, in movies, music, everything is on the decline, you know. Tanzania, 5 shots. Tunisia, 5 shots. Tanzania giving as good as they're getting here, by the way, in regards to the Tunisia against Tanzania game, guys. Orozco, yes, mate. Orozco signed for, not yet signed. He's going to arrive in, I think it's July the 16th on his birthday. Around that time. They have to wait. They have to wait. So they're going to wait until his birthday. So it is Uganda 0, Nigeria 3, guys. No chance for Uganda in this game now. The interesting one now is obviously Tanzania against Tunisia. Can Tanzania pull off a shock? Will they pull off a shock? Can they pull off a shock? We need some of these groups to go down to the last day. That's what we need. Well, the last game of the group. We need it to go down to the last game of the group. That's what we need these games to do. Go down to the last game of the group, guys. That's what we need. We got 20 minutes, guys, in these games. 22 minutes in the other game. Of course. But big up everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate all of you. Remember, don't take it offensively. It's just YouTube. Guys, thank you everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate everyone in the house. You know, really appreciate it. Big up everyone. Big, huge shout out to everyone who's joined me, guys. Thank you. Let's get to 13,500 subscribers, guys. Come on, guys. Let's push up those subscriptions, guys. Let's get to 13,500. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Academy players should do jobs as their football clubs until the evening polish. But that's what they used to do, isn't it, Samuel? That's what. Oh, just over the bar for Nigeria, 19. That's what they used to do. They used to polish the boots and things like that. They won't do that these days. Let me tell you something about a young player who signs for Man United. So let's just say there's this really magnificent player, right, who's come through the ranks. They want a youth contract. For example, JJ Gabriel. So Man United, as soon as he gets old enough to get an adult contract, he will go into the negotiations, and the first thing he will have is an agent. And that agent next to him will say, right, how much is the signing on fee? No, how much is the signing on fee? So JJ Gabriel at 17 years old, 18 years old, will say, okay, I want $1 million to sign for Man United. I know I've got Real Madrid after me. I've got Barcelona. Excuse me. And then before you know it, JJ Gabriel's a millionaire at a very young age. Before he's kicked to football. And I'm just saying in regards to him, I'm just giving an example, right? Before he's kicked to football for Man United, he's already a millionaire. And I think that's the problem. You know, back in my day, they earned their corn. You know, all right, they earned good money, some of them, but they didn't earn good money until they earned good money. If you know what I mean. These days, they're not earning good. They're not earning the good money. You know what I mean? They're earning good money, but they're not earning the good money. It's not earned. You know, if you know what I mean. So that is the problem with the players these days. And no matter what you say, how you sugarcoat it, when players are rich too soon, it's a bit like a tennis player. You know what I mean? If you're raised in, for example, privileged background, you've got everything pampered and stuff like that, as opposed to someone who comes from the street, who plays football in the street. You know what I mean? It's always going to take a little bit of edge away when you're rich already, because you're not about that life anymore. I've got the good life. I'm here. I'm a millionaire. I'm 18. I'm 19 years old. I'm a millionaire and things like that. And I think this is really added to the egotistical narcissism which surrounds football at the moment in regards to young players. Football money needs to be capped. It needs to be changed. There's too many rules out, too many laws. We need to say it right. Footballers at a certain age can't earn a certain money until they've earned this. You need to have this many appearances, this many goals to earn this much, But unfortunately, because all these teams are competitive, they will say, oh, we want that player, so I'm going to give you the money for that player. I don't care. I'll give you this much. Sign for us. And that's where the problem is. Players get rid of Maguire, Shaw, Dalot, Hona. Yes, I do agree, Beef Bully, yeah. Not only them. Many Indian origin people in Kenya, yes. Uganda and Tanzania, as their forefathers came from Gujarat through shows through Indian Ocean. Also, since came on the labourers to build railways, now citizens. Yes, I know that, absolutely. Big up my Indians in the house, by the way. Dil hai ke maan nigaah nahi, ding 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 ding. Don't test me. Aashiki ke liye, ding 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 ding. Gabi gashi gabi gum. You know what I mean? I'm multilingual, bruv. You know what I mean? You can't match the multilingualists. The multilingualists, you can't match it, guys. The Nigeria goalkeeper. No, not the Nigeria. Sorry. Anyway. Never mind about that. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Here come Nigeria again. Looking for the fourth goal. Nearly. Simon came close. Impressed with Simon today. Number 19. Number 15. I'm impressed with Simon today. I think he looked good. Do think he looks very good. I'll be totally honest with you. Yeah, looks good. Hope you're enjoying this coverage of the AFCON, guys. Really appreciate you all. We'll be doing more AFCON games, of course. I've got a busy week. I'm flying back to the UAE on Thursday. There's a chance for Uganda. Oh, what a goal. They've got what a finish. He lobbed it over him. What a finish that was. What a goal that was, guys. An absolute brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant. Wow, that was a superb goal. Unbelievable. It's just too little, too late, isn't it? Too little, too late, guys. That number 7 there, the Ugandan number 7 with the goal, guys. Mato, great finish. Brilliant from Mato. Great finish, guys. 3-1. 3-1, guys. Unlucky. Could have been a close game, if that goalkeeper didn't do madness. Nigeria making some substitutes. They're making some substitutes here. Sal, Bollywood totally silenced under Modi regime. Sorry for bringing it up, but India is sinking under Modi. Modi's a clown, mate. With me, Mama Bomba. I don't really concentrate on politics. I think politics, we're run by absolute clowns all around the world, not just them. Wherever you go, we've got politics. Clowns left, clowns right. I spoke about it yesterday. I think one of the most important things about life in general, about everything, is acceptance, kindness, and empathy. I think these are 3 very key characteristics that every single person should have. And I do think that the world goes away from these kind of things. The world is designed to divide. And I would say that too many people fall for it. corporate people in suits, bigots in suits, trying to divide people. You know, I come from a mixed race background. All right, I'm a mixed race guy. I'm white and Asian. You know what I mean? So, with married to an Italian woman. You know, so I've got multitude of thingy. You know. Samuel, Luke Shaw should think about becoming a new number 2 assistant to Jack Wilshere. Yeah, I would like to see Luke Shaw dropped for. You know, the problem is, Samuel, is that when De Ligt comes back, De Ligt's going to go back in the team for Man United, and Aidan Heaven's going to be dropped. I think Luke Shaw should be dropped. I think Aidan Heaven should play left-sided centre-back, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. That's what I think. But what do I know? What do I know anyway? Yeah. Right, guys, we've got about 10 minutes left in these games. If Uganda pull this off, that would be a miracle. I don't think they're going to pull it off, if I'm being honest. But, yeah. Anyway, Tunisia on the attack here. Corner to Tunisia. Samuel, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. It's not good enough. He's an average baller, mate. Man United need to look at better. We need to look. What we need to stop looking at the cheap options. We need to stop doing that. It's not good enough for Man United. I'm just going to say that way out there. He's not even as good as any player that's playing in midfield. He's not as good as Ugarte. I would say that, you know. Samuel, have you been to Australia? Not yet, unfortunately. Would love to go. One place I want to visit, Samuel, is Fiji. I want to visit Fiji. Would love to go to Australia. Never been to Australia yet. Been to Japan, been to Hong Kong, been to Africa. I've never been to Australia. Mama Bomba, I appreciate you never hide from talking what's needed to talk and openly say the truth. And many avoid it as they are scared. What are they scared about? You know? What they're scared about? People talk about scary Arsenal, too scared to talk about the truth. You know, that's the thing, you know. The way I was brought up in a real environment, a really, real tough environment. People don't know me. You know, I've done many things in my life, you know, from a young age, the sort of crowds I hang around with and stuff like that. So, you know, I think real people like to talk about the truth. I can't hide from the truth, you know, and that's it. I will always be me, though. I can't hold. I'm uncensored. I'm unsimulated. That's what I am. I don't hide from it. But I appreciate you for saying that, because I do try. I think sometimes, you know, sometimes when you watch these streams and things like that, you know, it does get a bit repetitive, robotic. And I try to stay away from that. I try to keep it on a human level, because we're all human beings. I have noticed that a lot of people, when they deal with their communities, they treat their communities like robots. I'm not that guy. I don't. Every single person has their own soul, has their own person, their own personality, and I think that's very important. You know, to treat people, everyone, like human being. Some people look at numbers like numbers, not thinking that every one of those numbers that they have on their streams is a person. Some of them are bots, but most of them are people. Most of them are person. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, yeah. Big up. Big up. Come on, guys. I would like to visit Hobbiton in New Zealand, where they filmed Lord of the Rings trilogy. I went to Tunisia. I didn't know they filmed, what was it? Star Wars there. Was it Star Trek or Star Wars? One of them. I didn't know they filmed some of Star Trek there. I was in Tunisia for a wedding. Not my wedding, my friend's wedding. And went to Hammamet, went to Tunis. The wedding was in Tunis. I stayed in Hammamet, but it was, I got to know about Tunisian history. I didn't know that they filmed Star Trek. Was it there in the desert? Cross comes in from Tunisia. That game looks like it's the one to watch at the moment. That's the one that's still 1-1. There's only 6 minutes to go in that game, guys. Tanzania against Tunisia. 6 minutes to go. Sorry, 6 minutes to go. It's raining in this game. Adding a bit of spice to the proceedings, of course. Absolutely, guys. I must say, a lot of these Moroccan stadiums are very nice, but the problem is the running tracks. I just can't take the running tracks. I think they need to remove the running tracks. I think it does take away a lot from the atmosphere, if you know what I mean. There's a free kick to Nigeria here. On the right, looking to make it 4. Add salt into the wound. Looking to make it 4. Whoa, no, nothing doing there, nothing doing. I pick up the absolute legends in the community, all legends, my friends and families and everyone like that in the chat, guys. Really appreciate you all, absolutely. Everyone, loads of goals. There you go, talk the devil. Look, guys, my 4-4 isn't out the window, Bobby. It's 3-1 at the moment. It's not totally dead and buried yet. We got 7 minutes, Bobby. There's not loads of goals though, is there? It's 3-1. I mean, the other game's 1-1. It's all right. It's like an average Premier League afternoon, isn't it, guys? Yeah, I'm doing the Man United game tonight, guys, by the way. Just the Man United game. It's all I focus on. When I do the watch-alongs, it's Man United. If Man United are not playing, then I'll do a bunch of other ones. Samuel, Viggo Mortensen broke his foot in Lord of the Rings at the Return of the King because you know him, you hear him screaming. Did you know that Tom Cruise done all his stunts? Did you know that I actually went to a Mission Impossible filming of Mission Impossible and actually saw him doing his own stunts? It's really weird, isn't it? The stadium that is hosting Tanzania and Tunisia. Behind the stadium, there's a huge, it looks like another stadium behind. It's got big bright lights on it. It's almost like, it's like saying, well, this is where you could be. You could be here if you play your cards right. It's a lovely stadium. Hopefully it doesn't have a running track around it. Never been a fan of running tracks, not around stadiums. No. Right, Haj Mahmoud and Ben Ramahani is coming on for Tunisia, by the way. Guys, rolls off the tongue. There we go, guys. 3 minutes in that game. 5 minutes in the Nigerian game. The Nigerian game is over. Nothing's going to happen in that game. When we look at the league as well, Nigeria top, they qualified 9 points. Tunisia second with 4 points at this moment. Tanzania third with 2 points and 1 point for Uganda. If things stay this way, Uganda, they're not out, but they've got -4 goal difference. So obviously they need to keep the goal difference down if they have any chance of qualifying. Tunisia and Tanzania, it goes down to the last game. You know, it goes down to the last game. And when we're looking at Tunisia, and we're looking at who they're going to be playing. So the final game of this group will be that'll be it. Yeah, this is the final game of the group. Sorry, guys, it is the final game of the group. My apologies. Yeah, it's the final game of the group. They'll be out. Tunisia will go through. Yeah, I remember that movie, Samuel. I remember that movie. My great-grandmother was an OBE. She got an OBE from the Queen. She was the first English actress to go to America. That was my great-grandmother. Her name is Jessie Matthews. My great-great-grandmother. Have a look. Right, guys. Tanzania 1, Tunisia 1. 1 minute to go, normal time, guys, in this game. Tanzania need to do something in this game if they have any aspirations of qualifying, guys, because at the moment they are third. If they manage to get a goal and win this game, they will leapfrog Tunisia into second place. If they manage to do that, that's how close this group is, guys. So if they manage to score, if I was Tanzania right now, I'd be looking at it and saying, right, guys, we need a goal. How are we going to get a goal? Can we win this game? You know, if I was looking at that, do you know what I mean? That's the first thing I'll be doing. We need to go out there. We need to get a goal. See what we can do. Guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video if you guys can do that for me. Absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe as well, guys, if you are new. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys, for that. Of course. Can we get more subscribers, guys? Can we get a couple of more subscribers? Come on, before the end of the show. Come on, guys. You haven't subscribed already. I know most of you have. So 4 minutes of added time, guys, in the game. 4 minutes of added time. In the Tanzania against Tunisia game. The Nigeria game's a little bit behind because we had the problem with the goalkeeper at the beginning. Not the goalkeeper got sent off, but the goalkeeper got sent off. Took his time coming on in the second half, of course. And that was delayed things and stuff. So we got about a bit longer there in that game. But we got Tunisia against Tanzania. At the moment, it's 1-1. At the moment, it's 1-1. Cleared out for a throw-in. It's going to be cleared out for a throw-in. At the moment, Tunisia look like the only ones on the front foot. At the moment, Tanzania really need to do something. They really need to push up because I think they do need a goal, don't they? They do need to get a goal. They do. They need to get a goal here, Tanzania. If they have any aspirations, guys, they have any aspirations of qualifying Tanzania, they need to get that ball back and qualify. And I don't know whether they're just going for the draw. Sal, if Aston Villa win today, I think they will feel they can win the Premier League. Do you? I don't think they'll win the Premier League. The reason is, I'll be honest, Beef Bully, I don't think they have the experience, but you never know, of course. Yeah, that one was straight at the goalkeeper, guys. Straight at the goalkeeper. We've got 1 minute in this game, guys. Tanzania 1, Tunisia 1, guys, and so at the moment, Tanzania will be going out. But there is, guys, just to let you know, in these groups, there is a best third place position. So the best third place does get a chance to qualify as well, guys. I'm not too sure who the best third place is at the moment. But there is a best third place as well. So not everyone's necessarily going to be knocked out. So the top two go through, and there is a best third place, guys. Samuel, the stunt where the parachute catches fire is very, very nerve-wracking. Absolutely, Samuel. Apparently, Tanzania could still qualify. By the looks of things, they're happy with it. They're happy with it. I think they could still qualify. They might be the best third-place team. at the moment. I don't know. But they haven't done too bad, to be honest. They haven't done too bad. I've been very impressed with Tanzania, to be honest. Some of these teams, dark horses. Right, well, the 4 minutes is up, guys. The 4 minutes is up. Free kick to Tunisia. So Tanzania, they look like they're happy with that because Tanzania look like they're going to be the best third place team, apparently. So they could be the best third place team at the moment. Looking at them, they got 2 points. Yeah, it's final. It's 1-1 between Tanzania and Tunisia. The game is over, guys. 1-1. They have to wait. Who's going to be the best third place team? It's still Uganda 1, Nigeria 3, guys. We are into 4 minutes of injury time. 4 minutes of injury time, guys. This game is almost up as well. Of course, guys, we've got 1 minute of injury time to go, guys. 1 minute of injury time to go in this game, guys. Congratulations to Tunisia. They are through, of course, to the next round. Well done, Tunis. Well done to them. This game is almost over in this one as well, guys. Game is almost over in this one. 4 minutes is almost up. We've got 30 seconds. Uganda 1, Nigeria 3. Of course, Uganda we're down to 10 men for a while now, guys. Absolutely. So it will be Tunisia and Nigeria going through in this group, guys. Tunisia and Nigeria, the first and second teams, they will be going through to the next round. Oh, that was almost a very strange own goal there from Nigeria. Was a very strange. Oh my goodness me! I thought it was. It's a corner to Uganda anyway. We got 10 seconds of this game to go, guys. This game is over. To be honest with you, yeah, it's over. This game will be over, and it will be Tunisia and Nigeria deservedly, some may say, qualify. Yeah, it's tight. All the groups are relatively tight. The one thing I would say about this tournament so far, there's not been real like hammerings. You know what I mean? Like teams getting slapped up and stuff. Like nothing like that. It's been very close. It's been very close, guys. Header and over, guys. Header and over. Absolutely. And that should be it, guys. That should be it. The whistle should blow any second now. So in this World Cup, do you see any real shocks, upsets? Nah. I'll be honest, no. I think you'll get the odd result, but I don't think so. I think it'll be the usual lot. And guys, we are full time. Uganda 1. Nigeria 3, guys. It's over. The game is over. Nigeria have defeated Uganda by 3-1, guys. And they will go through to the next round as group winners, guys. Tunisia will come second in that group as well, guys. Absolutely. Guys, look, thank you, guys. I mean, thank you for joining me for this AFCON watch along as we get prepared for the game tonight. Wolverhampton Wanderers against Man United tonight, guys. Don't forget to join me for that, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on that as well, guys. If you guys could do that for me, to be absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. More AFCON to come, of course, as we go along, guys. Not tomorrow. I am busy tomorrow, and I'm traveling soon as well, so get prepared. But thank you, everyone, for joining me for this watch along. Really appreciate you all. I'm Sal Warner, and this is the watch along. It finished Uganda 1, Nigeria 3. Onwards and upwards for Nigeria. Commiserations to Uganda, and we shall see what happens in the rest of this tournament. Take it easy, guys. See you soon. Peace.